Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have another Super Smash Bros. Amiibo review for you. This is it. This is Wave 16, the latest wave that came out in November. I know, I'm late. I have been very late, and today you have seen 3 videos, Wave 14, Wave 15, and now this, Wave 16. I'm finally catching up, and then of course, pretty soon we're going to have Wave 17, so not much more time to go before that comes out. But yeah, finally, we're getting around to it. This wave has Simon, Incineroar, and Chrom. I've been collecting all of the Super Smash Bros. Amiibo so far. It's been a lot. It's easier nowadays. I remember in the early days, it was such a struggle. But nowadays, I pre-order, I get them, no hassle, it's easy. So hopefully if you're collecting them, it's easy as well, unless you're trying to get the earlier Amiibo. That's the challenge. But anyways, I digress. Let's take a quick look at the packaging, and then we're going to get these open and look at them up close. So, just like always, you have the character in the background. You have Simon Belmont right here from Castlevania. Very dynamic and cool-looking pose, so I'm very excited about this one. This is a series that I'm not really into, but I do really enjoy playing as Simon in the game. I know I annoy people with him, certainly, by all the things that he throws, but he's fun nonetheless, and so that is really, really cool. And we're about to get the, wow, I'm blanking on his name. I have it right here. Richter. That's right. So the next wave is Dark Samus and Richter. So we'll have both of those Castlevania characters. Then we also have another Pokemon right here, Incineroar. I was going to say the latest Firestarter evolution, but that's not true anymore because Pokemon Sword and Shield are out now, so he's kind of old news now. But nonetheless, really interesting addition to the game, and I can already tell this Amiibo is going to look really cool with all the texture and stuff of like the fur and everything. There he is on the back, looking all awesome, and yeah, very cool. Incineroar is not, really one of my favorite starter evolutions, but I know a lot of people like them and enjoy them in the game, so it's cool to have that Amiibo. And then of course Chrom, yet another Fire Emblem character. I know, I'm not really a Fire Emblem fan, and I know a lot of people are annoyed at how many Fire Emblem characters they just keep throwing into here, but you know what, it does look cool, and I'm excited to open them up though nonetheless. And I'm sure Fire Emblem fans especially will be happy with all this. So yeah, let's just jump right in and get these open. So I'll start with Simon here. I don't save the boxes or anything. I don't have space for all that. I just get these guys open and put them all on a shelf, which at the time when I was collecting them for the last Super Smash Bros. Game, and then I finally completed the collection, I was like, oh, I have space, that's great. And then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's announced, and they're releasing more Amiibo of all the new characters, and I'm like, there's much more new characters and DLC and everything. Like, I don't know how am I gonna have space now? The shelf is just getting so full, so hopefully I'll still have space when all this is said and done, because the Nintendo, they're going to be they're making these of all the DLC characters, and then not only that, we're going to have a second Fighter's Pass as well. So there's going to be quite a lot on here, which is insane. Also, as I was talking, I just instinctively started opening up all of these instead of one by one, but whatever, it's fine. So now that they're all open, let's take a look at Simon right here. So, really cool dynamic pose. He does have sort of clear stands on the insides, which is a little odd, but it is what it is. And to be honest, he has so much going on here that my attention isn't really drawn to those as much as other characters. There's other characters with much more simpler designs. This is so much more noticeable, but this just dynamic, you're just immediately drawn to his whip right here, right? So you just don't even kind of look at that as much. But yeah, it looks really cool. So let's take an up-close look at this guy. So great detail, even in the little headband thing he has on. Looks super cool. I apologize if the camera goes in and out of focus a little bit. I'm trying to sort of adjust it, but it's hard because I'm looking at things up close, so it can quickly lose focus. So I will try my best. But it looks great. Lots of great detail. And then of course his like chain whip thing. It's got like the cross on the side there. And then it goes across, and it's basically permanently attached to the arm here, which is how they achieved that piece so that it's not just like dangling around. So yeah, I mean the effect works really well. Definitely. So there you have it. That is Simon. Really cool looking pose. So even if you don't play Super Smash Bros. And you're a fan of Castlevania, it's a great figure just to have on display. You know, it's just the fact that it's an amiibo and you can use it in the Super Smash Bros. Game is just a bonus. So there's Simon. Let's check out Incineroar. So he looks very menacing, definitely. They certainly achieved that, just how bulky and big he looks. He looks just growling right there, right? So he's got a giant clear stand going into his back right there, which, you know, from the front isn't quite as noticeable. I mean, obviously you see right through there, but you're really just drawn to his sort of design, and the red color sort of pops more. Yeah, there's that. So taking an up-close look, this guy's got some good texture to him, because obviously he's meant to be more like furry and stuff, and so this is going to be hard plastic. It's not going to be furry on here, but the texture certainly makes it look a little bit like that, which is cool. His face is painted well. They do a nice job of painting these and putting in some great sculpting and detail, which is great. I mean, you definitely see other figures that the quality control just isn't quite there, and there's so many paint issues and all that, but these like rarely ever have that, at least that I've seen personally. So it's pretty impressive what they've been able to do with these. And then you have the fire belt right there, which looks to be kind of like a sort of translucent plastic that was then sort of painted with some red and yellow there, molded in. It's got a bit of that sort of glossy look and feel to it compared to the rest of him. But yeah, there we go. That is Incineroar. And that leaves us with Chrom, of course, and so he is just kind of standing there posing with his sword ready, like basically saying, don't mess with me. And his cape is sort of blowing in the wind, which does look really cool, actually. I do have to say, just the way they molded the cape to look like it's bent and folded in that way, just it looks really nice. It certainly gives that effect of the wind blowing, and it's much better than his cape just hanging there. I definitely appreciate that attempt there. So let's take a close look at him. I know nothing about the character from the series. I don't play Fire Emblem, but very interesting. So you can see his marking there, his tattoo or whatever it is. Yeah, and the little holder for the blade in the back there. There's his sword. It is going to be slightly bent, but that happens all the time with these types of things, so you can easily fix that with a little bit of heat. Oh, sorry, it's focusing. And yeah, so I do always appreciate how they add detail and paint to pieces of it that you wouldn't normally see, even like the back of the hand there. Like, you know, you're really mostly going to be looking at it from the front, maybe the sides, but even things that are kind of hidden somewhat, they still take the time to paint and add some detail to, which is certainly appreciated. But yeah, there's the design there, and like I said, his cape sort of folding and flowing like that. You do have that symbol right there. It's really cool, and I also like how they painted this, where it's like white up here like his cape, but then underneath it's got like almost like little shadows underneath it, so it makes it look more real and dynamic, which is cool. So I definitely appreciate all that. So yeah, there we go. That is Chrom. So Simon, Incineroar, and Chrom. New characters to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and these new Amiibo, which are pretty great. So I'm excited to get Dark Samus and Richter and whatever other ones will come after that. So be on the lookout for more Amiibo unboxing videos. I will try my best to keep on top of them in the future rather than letting them wait for months and months, because I know you all enjoy these unboxings. In the meantime, if you haven't seen them, you can always go back and watch all my older unboxing videos from the beginning to see the early days of Amiibo up until now and see how they've evolved over the years. But let me know in the comment section below what you think as well. Do you enjoy these Amiibo? Have you been collecting them? Are you keeping up with all of it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you later.